This is a heads up. This is a warning. Be very careful in allowing other people to control or other things or outside of you things that'll control your pleasantness, your life. Now you would think, man, ain't nobody controlling my life. I control my life. Sometimes you got to take a good look at the details because it's those little things. It doesn't take but a tiny little rock in your shoe to mess up your whole day and make it uncomfortable. And that's a tiny little pebble in your shoe. You would think, it would take a boulder to mess my day up. Put a tiny rock in your shoe and let's see how it goes after a few hours and go take a walk. It's a bug. It'll mess things up. It'll change things. So you got to look at these little details. I found out through, and we'll see where it goes, but I found out as far as the story and kind of what I experienced that I was letting outside variables, things that change on the outside of my control, outside of my business, outside of me. I was letting those things dictate whether I was in full pleasantness or less than full pleasantness. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. A lot of elements on the outside that I had no control of. That had to be the way I wanted it. There's that want word. Careful with that. They had to be like I wanted it. She had to be like I wanted it. They had to be, those had to be. Everything, groups of people, things, locations, weather, events, loved ones, friends, family, just neighbors, the community. And there were so many things that I would give them the power. How does that sit? I would give them the power to control my pleasantness, my happiness, my joy for me. They would conduct that. They would tell me what to do. For someone that doesn't like authority and being told what to do, how to do it, when to do it, how much to do it, I was giving somebody else that power. I didn't realize that. Because it was so low key. It was so like just tolerable. And it would mess with my mood. It would mess with my vibe. It would mess with my energy. It would mess with my frequency. Yeah, my frequency. I would notice, like, why am I having poor thoughts? Well, that's because your frequency is low. I wonder what it is. I do the exercise, get pumped up, dial it in. But I kept on putting Band-Aids on this, like, little cuts that I was having. I wouldn't fix it. I'd just cover it. There was a weed growing out, and I'd bend it sideways. I'd cover it with dirt. I wouldn't yank out the weed. I wasn't solving the problem. I was just masking it. And then I realized, and it took me being in a real sour vibration, in a real sour mood, in a real messed up vibe for one of my loved ones to point it out. And it made me feel some sort of way. It made me, when you get vulnerable and you're like, yeah, tell me, you've been acting like this lately. It's easy to get defensive. No, I'm not. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know how it is. You're tripping. It's not me. It's you. It's like, what do you mean? I just got to do this. I got to do this because I'm going through this, because I'm going through that. That's defense, right? You don't want to be told that you're acting ugly. You don't want to be told that you need to fix yourself. But if you trust your loved ones, that close little circle, that kind of, you guide each other, that dugout that pumps you up, that doesn't lie to you. Love ain't lies. It tells you the truth. And you make yourself vulnerable and put yourself out there to, like, hey, if you see something that needs fixing, let me know. Ultimately, I'll make the decision whether I'm going to fix it or not, but at least let me know. And that's what it took. And yeah, I did feel dumb. Yeah, I did feel ugly for a second. Like, I can't, not really. Oh my God. And it just so happened to be in a time, the last few days, where I was analyzing, like what's up with these things that I would observe around me. Why is that catching my eye? Why is this phrase catching my eye? What is this passage? Just these words, these These thoughts, these ideas, these concepts, why are they? I'm reviewing them, videos I would watch, songs, lyrics, these things are just coming up. It's like, okay, I really need to pay attention to this. What's going on? There was a moment of growth. I was ready to see new things. And then it was brought to my attention. And those things they connected. And what I mean connected is like what I was learning got connected with what I was taught. Two different. I learn over here because I choose to learn this. And something came up to me and said, here, learn this. I was like, whoa, okay. And the one that needed fixing, which is the person, the being that I have full responsibility and control of, was me. Like, you're acting dumb. And you're giving others the power for you to act dumb. You want to make sure that everything's to your liking, to your want, Albert. And until everything's all right, then you're in a good mood. And it only lasts a little while. Because in order for all those things around you to be 1,000, it takes a while for it to happen. And then it doesn't, just happens for a little while before something falls off. And then you're back to you're at 99.9% again. And then sometimes you're less. That's when you're real grumpy. That's a cute way to say it. Once I realized that okay, that's none of my business. I was given the responsibility to control this 100%. Feelings, emotions, thoughts, frequencies. It starts there. High frequency, high thoughts, high feelings, high actions. That's it. Mine. I got no business trying to control other people. That's the process. That's the process. I got control of this journey. I could choose this journey and control at what frequency I roll through this journey through. But as far as the process, which is outside of me, that's of a higher power. I don't control the process. We don't control the process. The process is to be trusted. You got to trust the process. The process is out there. Everything outside of you is the process. You're part of the process after you put yourself out. I choose to be this way. This is my journey. This is my frequency. This is the journey that I'm rolling with. You introduce yourself to the process. You're become part of this systematic process. But we're not here to understand the process. We're not here to question the process. We're not here to get mad and shake our finger at the process. The process is controlled by a higher power. It's governed by something way beyond us. We're here to trust the process. Manage and enjoy the journey. 100%. You can do whatever you want with it. Choose to live a designed life. Choose to live on purpose. Why not? Find out how all this works. We're in it. We got this opportunity. Find out how it works. Work it to your favor. Be your highest potential. Become the version of you that you would admire. We were designed to be great. We weren't designed to be Learn how it works. Don't let the outside world manipulate you on how good you should be, or how less, or where you should be, what you should be, how you should be. Don't give other people the power. Don't give other things the power. Don't let the outside world be the power. That's the process. Trust that process. Be part of that process. We ain't got much of a choice. But enjoy the journey. Control the journey. Be 100% control of you. Don't let other people control you. Don't give other people the power of your pleasantness. Let pleasantness be one of the priorities of your designed life. Become the version of you that you would admire and help others do the same. Once you start getting momentum, be that inspiration for others. But my big thing that I bring here today is just Be careful. You may think, I don't let others dictate me. When was the last time someone got you mad? Right there. You're letting that person dictate the way you feel.